As you cross the Pell Bridge and exit to downtown Newport, on your left you will see historic Island Cemetery. According to its website, Island Cemetery was established in 1848 and is listed as the first cemetery under Rhode Island Historical Cemeteries. It is on the National Register of Historic Sites and is the only active cemetery in Newport. As part of the early movement in the United States towards landscaped, park-like cemeteries, it draws people other than those coming to pay their respects to the interred.
Newport is so many different places to so many different people, right? So you've got the connections to the beginning of our country, the Declaration of Independence, the Constitution, all the ideas that were formulated by a lot of the people who were the early settlers here in Newport. It was important commercially, so a lot of the major commercial people that started all the industry that made our country great were here and are buried here. And militarily, we have, if we were to map out all the military people in the cemetery, you'd have flags all over the place. The War of 1812 with the Perrys, and the opening of the trade with Japan with Matthew Perry. So, it's just been fascinating for me.
When I first started here, on a yearly basis, we probably hauled 2,000 to 3,000 pounds of dumping materials in here. People found their way in here with everything from furniture to appliances to anything they could. And that has changed. Approximately 9 years ago, we had severe vandalism. We had 3 homeless guys come in here, and they proceeded to push over 500 monuments within our cemetery. Which was devastating. I'm a strong man. I'm a combat veteran from the United States Army, but I cried that day when I saw the desecration.
When something's abandoned, as this was, people come in and you have a lot of possible vandalism, or you have people, just kids being mischievous, wreaking havoc with it. At one point in the 80s, there was a lot of vandalism in the, overall, and the stones were pushed over, and, a lot of tagging done. And this has not done well as a result, because it was not locked up. It is now.
My name's Rob Vitello, and I've been coming to Island Cemetery for just about 10 years. Not all the board was immediately enamored. We certainly sometimes get a few complaints from members who are here to pay respects for their loved ones, and you have some dogs walking around.
Before I was president, we would have trustee meetings, and there were always people be pro and people be con. Some people don't want anyone here. They would keep it locked up forever if they could.
We've developed a dog walker's code of conduct or pledge, in which we state that as a very first tenet here, that people need to be respectful, that we understand it's a privilege to be able to walk in this space.
I've been an advocate for dog walkers within our cemetery. And throughout the years, it has proven to be very positive in a lot of ways. I classified them as the guardians of our cemetery. And being nearly 70 acres, we can't police every square foot of it.
We've also been able to galvanize support among the dog walkers to actually take part in some efforts to spruce up the cemetery and work on a few areas that have been long because of the overgrowth. After 40 or 50 years, we've been able to set up some volunteer days to have people support and help beautify this great treasure.
The volunteers have been wonderful. They were enthusiastic. They brought their tools. They wanted to continue to come. They came the first time. They came the second time. When we sent out the notice this time, they were happy to receive it, and they're eager to come on April 10th. They've just been wonderful.
We've been able to actually raise quite a bit of money from the dog walkers, from some annual appeals, and we're using that kind of funding to do things like purchase the bag dispenser. It's just been a great combined effort and a lot of positive energy, especially at a time with COVID where people felt trapped inside. There was a lot of angst with different things going on, and being able to come together safely because we were working outside, wearing our masks. Those 2 community days we did back in October and November were a great start.
It seemed like COVID created a situation where there were limited places where people could be involved in being together and in doing any kind of community things in person. But because the cemetery is outdoors and there's a lot of space here, people were eager to come here and to be able to be involved with the people around them. I think it was one of the things that came out of COVID was a positive feeling of engagement with this community.